Good morning, Year 10 and GCSE revisers. Today we're looking at a video about writing about an extract, and this is the second one in the Writing About an Extract series I'm doing with you. So as you should know from the first video in this series, when you get your Macbeth exam question, you'll be asked to analyse an extract from the play. And the extract can be from any part of the play and will be approximately 40 lines long. When you write about the extract, you should avoid making any references to other parts of the play and stay focused on the bit that you've been given. The examiner wants you to analyse the use of language and explain the meaning and the effect it has. As we move on through these extract videos, I'm going to broaden that out to include the other elements as well. So language is the first thing, but we also need to look at form and structure, but we'll do that as we move forward. And wherever possible, you should use subject terminology. The extract today is here, and it's a scene from Act 1, where Duncan, if you remember the plot, it's Act 1, Scene 4. Duncan has obviously won the war. He's feeling very positive about the situation in Scotland. He's proud of his troops' performances. He's proud of the Thanes, and he's particularly proud of Banquo and Macbeth and their contribution to the fighting. And this is the speech where he decides to announce that the next heir, the future King of Scotland, is going to be Malcolm. Okay, and that's Act 1, Scene 4. That's how we do it now. Banquo. There, if I grow, the harvest is your own. Duncan. My plenteous joys, wanton in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest, know we will establish our estate upon our eldest Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland, which honour must not unaccompanied invest him only. But signs of nobleness, like stars, shall shine on all deservers. From hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you. Macbeth. The rest is labour which is not used for you. I'll be myself the harbinger, and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly take my leave. My worthy Cawdor. Macbeth aside. The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else o'erleap. For in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. That I wink at the hand, yet let that be, which the eye fears when it is done to see. Exit. Duncan. True, worthy Banquo. He is full so valiant, and in his commendations I am fed. It is a banquet to me. Let's after him, whose care is gone before to bid us welcome. It is a peerless kinsman. So the question or the task is at the top of this page. Explain how King Duncan is presented in this scene. Now, on today's video, it's a little bit open-ended. When we looked at Lady Macbeth in video 1, we were given, or I gave you a focus of her being evil. This time, I've left it a little bit more open for you. So, if the examiner does this to you in the exam, you have to try and work out exactly what the options are. Now, if the examiner gives you one option, like evil, for example, then you need to look at everything that's evil in that scene that's relevant to the question. In this occasion, when you're being just given the word presented, that means you need to try and find the different ideas, the different parts of the character's personality. So what I've decided to, let's give you a bit of a leg up on this one today. So in terms of the focus for paragraph 1, I suggested that you go for how happy he feels. Okay, so one of the things that Shakespeare gives us in the scene is that Duncan is very happy. The second focus, we look in paragraph 2 briefly. I've asked you to think about how he trusts other people. And one of the things that Shakespeare gives us with Duncan is he's very, very trusting. He what he sees is what he thinks is reality. He doesn't see deeper into people's motives, or he doesn't suspect people of being two-faced. What he sees is what he thinks is real. So that's one of his character traits. He's a very trusting guy. So those are the two things we're going to look at today in your answer. The first is how he's presented as being very happy. The second is how he's presented as being very trusting. And just like um, with the first video, we're now going to just look at those two features, okay, those two elements. So let's just go over Duncan looking like he's a kind of a happy guy and things that make him seem happy. So the first thing is his opening line in this extract. My plenteous joys, wanton in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. And what he's saying there is he's so happy, he's so full of joy that he's got drops of sorrow. So how happy is he feeling if he's also got drops of sorrow? And drops of sorrow mean tears. So I think you can work out what he's saying there. He's so happy that he's got tears. So what's that mean? He's so happy he could cry. Now, in that particular quotation, is a couple of things you might want to zoom in on when you come to your kind of close analysis of the quote. You could look at the, excuse me, you could look at the idea of the word plenteous, okay? That adjective, suggesting he's got so much happiness. You could look at the idea of fullness, okay? Another adjective describing how he's full of happiness. You might want to think about the phrase hide themselves, and possibly the slightly kind of hidden idea that he's talking about. He's being so open with his emotions, but yet at the same time he's aware that there might be a hidden. He's like almost unconsciously aware of the hidden agendas that some people might have. So he's talking about that his happiness might be hidden inside his tears, and that obviously might link to the idea that the faith that he's got in the characters around him, their hidden motives, their hidden desires are not visible to him. And obviously there's a slight irony because he's so happy, but yet he's also potentially really sad. And obviously this happiness that he's got at the moment is not going to last. But I would say for you guys at the moment, things to focus on would be either the word plenteous or the word fullness, to just emphasize how overjoyed, how full of happiness he is. And they're both adjectives. So I would really recommend that you went for those two words. So the next one is Duncan is trusting, and that idea is core to his personality as the King of Scotland. He basically trusts Macbeth when really he should be very wary of him. Now, in this scene, this section, let's find some lines that suggest he's very trusting. Okay, so he says things like, "My worthy Cawdor." And that is one of those quotes that is easy to remember and will probably will be focused on by most students in this scene. It's one of the ones that Duncan is famous for saying, and there's the dramatic irony of that line. The Thane of Cawdor, the previous Thane of Cawdor, I should say, was a traitor. The new Thane of Cawdor, which is Macbeth, he's going to be a traitor. So by using the adjective worthy, it's deeply ironic. And it just shows how trusting Duncan is, that he's got no fear or no worry about having a traitor in the ranks, despite having just had a traitor in the ranks. Duncan goes on to say, true worthy Banquo. So there's that word worthy again. And this time, however, it is genuine. We know that Banquo is a worthy, true, honest man. So it just shows that Duncan can't really distinguish the difference between the threat of Macbeth, yes, it is hidden, but he doesn't see it coming, and the genuine honesty of Banquo. Both these two men, who he judges as worthy, have both been given a prophecy that they're potentially going to take over as king or have kings in their family. And Duncan doesn't see or doesn't have any awareness of the potential danger from either of these two characters. The last line of this extract is, "It is a peerless kinsman," suggesting that Macbeth there's no one better than Macbeth. Peerless, meaning no one is of his peer group is better than him. And kinsman, suggesting, or meaning kind of family member. So those three quotes there really stand out as being the lines that Duncan says that show he trusts people and is very trusting. Now, and Shakespeare's so clever, without the Macbeth aside in the middle here, without this bit, Duncan's trusting nature would not be seen as being at fault. But in the middle of this kind of trusting speeches about how Macbeth is worthy, Banquo is worthy, and Macbeth is peerless, Macbeth says this aside, which basically says, I'm going to have to take out the Prince of Cumberland. Yeah? I'm going to have to remove that step, that obstacle that's in my way. And he says one of his great lines, "Stars, hide your fires, let not light see my black and deep desires." So he is almost encouraging of talking to the stars, to destiny, to keep his secret plans, his secret ambitions hidden away. Don't shine a light on my ambition, stars, because he wants to keep it all so secret and so hidden, so he can strike at the time that suits. So, yes, the question is about Duncan, but in your answer, you might want to talk about how Macbeth has this aside, which undermines the trust that Duncan is showing and talking about in this scene. So, now, with that kind of slight focus on some of the quotes that you might want to use and some of the things you could say about those quotations, you're now in a position where you can now actually answer the question or complete the task and do your 2 paragraphs. So please make sure that you focus on the happiness that Duncan has in paragraph 1. Make sure you go through the 5 steps in that paragraph to include every one of the details and ingredients, and then move on to paragraph 2, and this is on trust, and then obviously go through the 5 steps there and make sure you complete that properly. Okay, and once you've done that, your work is done, and you can turn your work in, and tomorrow or certainly on Monday, I'll have the answer that I've written, so you can kind of work through that and compare your work to mine. Okay, right, have a great day today, Year 10. Have a lovely weekend, and I shall see you soon. So, just to make sure that you, in case you're just coming to these videos quite late, there's a whole range of poetry revision videos on my YouTube channel, and a whole load of other Macbeth revision videos there too. So please make sure you do check those out, either now or in the future. They'll be there for forever, I hope, waiting for you to use them to help you demonstrate and improve your understanding of Macbeth, the characters, the themes, etc. All right.